What's up, YouTube? We're back at it today. Today we'll be working on the 1J FRS, waiting on some stuff for the VR6 Jetta. We just got our paint in today. We will be setting up a booth over there, hopefully taking the wall out of that paint booth, making it so we can fit a car in there. We'll see. I don't know yet, but that's the plan. Today we are going to work on this exhaust. I've got a bunch of miscellaneous pieces left over from the Audi exhaust that I built. Basically, you saw that we have got our dump pipe or our down pipe coming down through. It just fits right there. I've got to find a way to get it down over and through there. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully get a bunch of pipe tacked in and see what we get today. If you watch my shorts, then you stay updated on this car. The intake is finally in the mail. We've got all of our fuel lines. Our pressure regulator is in the mail. Bunch of fittings. So we're gonna make a bunch of progress on this thing. Hopefully we can hear a first start soon. I'm anxious, especially since we're running a standalone ECU Masters ECU. I'm completely new to that. I'm new to a lot of this, but we're getting through it a little bit at a time. Let's start fitting some pipe. Found the center. Now what I want to do is kind of get a bend up, get it in there, and I want a flange where we can bolt the exhaust up and separate it. And what I've got is this one. We've already tested it. It does not even come close to fitting in there the way it is right now. So we're pretty much going to have to cut it off here and fabricate everything from there forward. So I'm thinking this here has got a slight bend. I can cut this. This will give me my bend up into the drive shaft area. I can put a flange on there, and then we can separate the exhaust for whenever we are working on the car. We don't want to be cutting the exhaust every time. It's a little more work, but I'm thinking it's probably the right thing to do, so we'll do that. Got it to here. I ran this long. I don't quite know what we're gonna do yet, so I don't want to put anything here and then have to add. We're to the point now where I need to start adding hangers. I've only got one hanger here. And that's pretty much it. So I've got to find something. I've got holes here. So I went ahead and found this bracket that was on something, a Chevy exhaust. And then I took this off of something else, ground it down, drilled a hole. So that will bolt up there in that hole. And then we will weld a hanger on in here somewhere. And we'll get one here. And I think I want to put something up here to keep the side-by-side down so we aren't bouncing off the transmission, because it is tight And you know, we're in between here. We don't want to be sliding back and forth. Get some brackets in this thing. I don't want to put anything in that's permanent yet, because this thing's, it's gonna have to come in and out quite a few times. Let's find a bolt that fits that. All right, I've got that in. That's what that's going to look like. So I think I'm going to take this scrap piece, cut it at about 1 inch wide. I'll make it so that it wraps halfway around the exhaust, bends up, and then bolts right to that. That way, this thing's not moving left or right at all, because, you know, we're tight in a couple places, especially back here where it's close there, it's close there, and it's close there. We have to keep it tight. We don't want it too low to the ground, but we don't want it bouncing off everything as we are, you know, driving down the road. So let me cut this bracket up and see if I can't get something made. Hanging under its own weight. Feels pretty good. I mean, it's not wobbly at all. Obviously, we've got more hangers back here. That's gonna tie the muffler in. And I am debating on running a hanger up here. This actually feels pretty darn good. I've got pretty good clearance between the trans, so we're good. For the record, I am not an exhaust guy, and I'm definitely not a professional welder, but I can get it done and I can get it sealed. So we'll pull this down. I will wire wheel everything and seal weld every joint and make sure I get good welds on all of these hangers. I made sure to put a good big weld on there so that that doesn't move or break off. Next video, we will probably be running the intake. We've got to peel all of this out of here. Those are the old fuel lines, and we're gonna run our new lines in these same brackets if I can get them out without breaking them. I would love to reuse those and then put a shield over it. So that's where we're going to go into the car with it, and I hope we can get them through because we've gone with a way bigger fuel line setup. So I'm sure we'll make it work. I've seen other channels, they're running big fuel pump setups and lines, so we'll be good. So be looking forward for that. I can't wait to see this radium fuel pressure regulator. It's a pretty sweet deal. We're almost to the point where I have to hook the ECU up to the laptop and download a bass tune. I've never dealt with ECU masters. I don't know how it works, and I've never really gone in software and tuned. So I'm anxious to play with that. I can't wait to show you guys what that looks like. We're looking for a dyno somewhere within 3 hours. We get this thing running, no leaks. We're taking it to the dyno. If you want to see this thing run, come on back, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you watching. Peace.